ever since I was a little kid, I wanted to be a teacher. My name is Caroline Webster, and I am a science teacher at Manlius Pebble Hill. When I was in graduate school, I thought that I was leaning a little bit more towards the collegiate level at a small undergraduate institute. And I was lucky enough to get an opportunity at CBA and teach 7th graders, and I was like, wow, I love this. I enjoy coming into work every single day, and this is the first job that I feel really passionate about and really excited. Kind of just being thrown in all at once was a little bit overwhelming. Getting used to how everything runs has been a little bit of a challenge.
I fear we ate!
Yeah. But it's kind of a cool job because you're able to grow along with your students.
Yeah, so my name's Anna Freeburn, and I am the band director here at MPH. The most difficult thing, I think, is just balancing all of the duties that you have to do as a teacher. It was my job to ensure that I could build this program up again and create this community that was once thriving. And so as a first-year teacher, that was challenging because it included a lot of advocacy that, as especially a younger teacher in this field, it could be difficult to go up to your admin who have been working for 20, 30 years and advocate for something so strongly that needed to be done.
We get it with your knuckles? No, kind of like this. Sure, let's see it. Nice job, definitely.
My name is Rodney Shepard, and I'm the middle school core health teacher. After graduating with my bachelor's degree, I realized I did not want to be a sports writer anymore. I went to Harley Allendale Columbia to be an assistant varsity basketball coach, and I realized I really liked the coaching aspect, so I went back to get my master's degree in sports administration. I went to Lynchburg, Virginia to coach basketball in college, but going there I realized that college basketball is more of a business, and that's not really why I got into coaching. So I moved back to Rochester, and I made a list of schools that I would want to work at in the upstate New York area, and luckily enough, MPH had an opening for a core health teacher. I applied for it, and luckily enough, I got it. You're teaching a class, the kids kind of have to be there. So you have like mixed personalities. You have some kids who want to be in core health class and some kids who really don't want to be in core health class. So you kind of try to have a balance in like, how do I make this fun for the kids who don't want to be here necessarily, but also make it challenging enough for the kids who really want to be here and looking for some sort of challenge.
I wanted to immediately step into my ideal program and create my ideal program right off the bat, and I quickly realized that that wasn't the case and that these things take a lot of time. And being a second-year teacher now really has shown me how putting in the work to just build community and really get comfortable with your teaching style, how it impacts the kids, how they respond to it, really taking the first year as almost an experimental year, trying out different things, understanding that things won't work, and instead of being discouraged by that, take that as information.
Let's have everybody try that together. So even if you have the melody, ba, 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 ba,
Will this management system work? Well, that didn't work. Let's try something else. Let's go back to the drawing board, rather than immediately going internally and blaming yourself or thinking that you're not good enough. It's just an experiment, and you're trying things for the very first time.
I would be ready. We're probably going to keep going. We're going to touch different spots. So 13, let's try it. Everybody, follow the crescendo. Ready, together. Ready, run. 13, ready, 1, 2, 13.
Being very aware of the small victories that happen and celebrating them when they do, and not to be too hard on yourself, because things will take time.
Sometimes as a teacher, you feel like a lot of things you say go in one ear and out the other ear. One time I'm teaching them about sportsmanship and really trying to support each other and letting things go if the conversation isn't going anywhere and nobody's benefiting from it. And one student who I just felt, like I said, whatever I said is go in one ear and out the other. One time he just like preached everything I was preaching to him, and I'm just like, wow, like I guess what I say does have some sort of impact on kids.
It's not cheating to just like see what they have.
Yeah, no look. No.
You just roll with it because things don't always go the way that you planned. We try really hard to come up with awesome lesson plans, and you think you have the perfect explanation for something or the perfect activity, and sometimes it just doesn't go that well. And so being flexible and being able to kind of just redirect and be like, okay, that did not go as I would have planned, and then just being able to kind of come up with a new approach is really important. And so not getting frustrated if things don't go perfectly the way that you anticipated, because they probably won't.
I thought it'd be a good idea.
Yeah.
When kids are kind of struggling on a particular problem or a topic, and then all of a sudden you see it in their eyes. They're like, oh, this is starting to make sense. That is why I love teaching.
Being a first-year teacher, it's important to find your voice and be confident that you are qualified to be here. They hired you for a reason, and that just because you may be younger than those around you doesn't make you any less qualified. And so don't be afraid to advocate for yourself, because often we'll feel that we kind of just have to sit back and watch. But find the balance of just observing and seeing how things are the first few years. And also, if there's something you really need to advocate for, do that, because that will show your admin, it will show your colleagues that you are serious and that you do mean business and that you are a leader.
When I first started teaching, I was a little bit afraid to kind of not know what I was doing, but I realized pretty quickly that always ask the question. Most people are really willing to help, and they want to help, and so it's never a bad thing if you don't know the answer. Just ask for help.
I knew I wanted to have a career that fulfilled me, and that was my biggest priority, was not to go to work to make money, but to go to work to fulfill my own passions as well as inspire others. So I think the beautiful thing about being a teacher, especially when you are completely enamored by the craft, is that you get to do it every single day. You pour your heart and soul into it, and it becomes a career that is inspiring to so many people.
Take our physical volleyball and just send it to the air. And go.
I get to be the person that I always wish I had, because I wasn't the greatest student growing up, so I felt like physical education was like my time to like shine, for lack of a better word. And I want to just support those students who were in the same position that I was in. You're gonna have your good days and you're gonna have your bad days, but as long as your good days outweigh your bad days, just keep it pushing. If what you do doesn't feel like work, I feel like you found your passion.